YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Jay, back here with another vid. We is live in Denver, Colorado right now. Y'all can see the mountains going crazy in the back, man. I swear, Colorado got the best nature damn near in the U.S. Cali's up there for sure, but Colorado is just insane. Y'all did not click on this video to figure out where I'm at right now, but this pertains to what we're gonna be talking about in this video, which is peace. Peace. So yeah, let's dive into it. Let me sit down here and we're gonna chop it up about peace. So how can you cultivate more peace in your life? Why should you want to cultivate more peace in your life? Is a chaotic life a better life? I don't think so. I think a peaceful life is a better life, because when we have peace in our lives, then we make better decisions. And ultimately, the only thing that matters in life is our results. And the main result that we should focus on is how we feel on a day-to-day basis and how often we feel certain ways. And what that means is our emotional state. What is our emotional state like most often? And one of the most resourceful states to where we can literally, again, make the best decisions possible is a state of peace. Because a state of peace means that you're not acting out of fear and you're not acting out of anger, but you're coming from a place of a deep presence. And we need to be present to fully gather all the information needed to make the best decision. We need to be present to properly analyze the past. We need to be present to properly strategize for the future. So how can you personally, watching this video, cultivate more peace in your life? And the principle is super easy, which is fake it till you make it. So in order to cultivate more peace, just practice being already at peace, right? And what is peace? Going deeper into it. What is peace? Peace is a state of being fully content with the present moment. You know, peace is ultimately what we're all searching for. We think that once we get the money and we travel and we go to a lot of new places and we experience a lot of new things, that ultimately that sense of freedom, being on the beach, being at peace with the pina colada, knowing the money's in the bank account, knowing you ain't got to worry about this, knowing you have a great companion or surrounded by love, knowing that you don't deal with any health complications, you're feeling good right now. My allergies is kicking in, so I apologize if I'm talking kind of rough, but ultimately, a lot of the things that we pursue in life are ultimately for the attainment of peace. So how about, instead of practicing pursuit and practicing desire, which ultimately leads to more frustration, because when you desire something, it means that you're in lack. And the universe is not a universe of lack. I mean, does that look like lack to you, or does that look like abundance? I mean, to me, that looks like abundance. There's so much going on out there. There's so much money and people and relationships and love and connections to make. You know, the world is abundant. However, you know, society has told us the world is scarce. You know, there's not enough to go around. You know, we might overpopulate the earth. They say we're gonna overpopulate the earth. This is just Colorado. I mean, come on now, y'all. Hey, let's just put two and two together. So much open space, bro. The world's so abundant. We can never kill the earth, overpopulate the earth. But that's beside the point, man. Y'all clicked on this video to establish some peace. And I'm feeling real peaceful right now with life, even though external situations might not show it, because the key to peace is not what's going on externally, but what's going on internally. And your internal representation, aka your frame of the world, will determine your state, will determine how you feel. So again, going back to the principle that peace is a sense of I already have. I'm already sufficient. I'm at peace. I already have enough. I'm not seeking, I'm not desiring anything other than what I have right now. And instead of waiting for a future date where you've accumulated enough money, you've had enough resources, you built enough relationships, you built enough health, why don't you just give yourself the gift of peace right now? Javian, how do I do that? This is why I clicked the video. You simply practice being at peace. So this is where meditation comes in. Now, the reason I waited to drop the word meditation in this video for so long is because a lot of people think of meditation as something difficult, painful, too complicated. What do I do? A habit, all this stuff, right? Which is why we don't take action. But if we could just look at meditation as practicing peace and practicing the ultimate state that we want to have, then we can have a new perspective on meditation and therefore enjoy it more. Because we got to realize, like, ultimately when we chase goals and when we chase things, we think that we're going to eventually get to that spot of saying, woosah. And usually that's not the feeling that we get, is it, when we accomplish goals? Usually the feeling we get when we accomplish goals is, what's next? Or is this all there is? Or the next desire? Because we're so conditioned to desire new things. You know, the media puts out different messages in terms of advertisements and marketing and sales messages. And, you know, these people are smart. Like, I study marketing, I study copyright, I study ads and human psychology. And ultimately, these great marketers are doing that too. You know, they're ultimately sending messages to us on social media through advertisements that are supposed to trigger the emotion of lack, are supposed to trigger the emotion of pain and uncertainty in my current life circumstances, and a feeling of lack and a feeling of I don't have something I need, in order to get you to pull out your wallet and buy. You know, that's ultimately what will happen. Now, I'm not condemning people like that. Ultimately, if you're selling good products and services that help people and improve people's quality of life, that's a great thing. But ultimately, when it comes to our own habits of consumption, if we consume too much of the advertising, too much of the marketing, too much of the propaganda, right, then ultimately that's going to put us in a state of desiring more often, desiring more. I need something else. I need to travel here. I need to do this next. You see it all on Instagram. But ultimately, if you could just, I know I'm saying ultimately a lot, but ultimately, right, if you could just sit down and practice peace, all those desires seemingly go away. And then here's the bar. Look at the beauty in the back. Here's the bar. Is once all the desires go away, everything that you were desiring attracts to you effortlessly anyway. Right? And, you know, we're not getting into too much energy and law of attraction and how that all works. But, you know, the core principle I want to get across in this video is, in order to cultivate more peace in your life, we have to practice already being at peace. So how can you do this on a day-to-day? You can consciously become aware that anytime you're desiring something else, anytime you want a certain relationship, you want a certain client or a certain deal to close, or you want, you know, you're looking at somebody on Instagram and you're envying, take a moment, pause, put your phone down, set it on the ground, take some deep breaths, sit with yourself, and just be present with that. You know, search yourself, feel how that feels, and try to find that place of peace. Like, try to find it. Like, we have to seek for the things that we want in life. If we want peace, we have to seek for that feeling. You know, a lot of us say we want peace, but we seek for money and material things. We don't seek for the actual thing. So when you seek peace, you naturally practice it. When you naturally practice it, it becomes a habit, it becomes routine, it becomes natural, and therefore you live in a peaceful state more often, and you just have a better life. More things become attracted to you. You produce better results in your life. You're not as tense, you're not as angry, you're not as fearful. You know, all these states that pretty much put us in fight or flight, you start to avoid, and now you can analyze. Now you can sit back and look at the big picture. Now you can say, I don't need anything. I feel good now. I feel good with me. Tell yourself these things. Say, I'm at peace right now. Man, this is so peaceful. Wow, this feels so great. And it's going to be awkward at first. It's going to be weird at first. You're going to be like, man, I ain't peaceful, dog. You know how much stuff just happened today, bro. Somebody ain't close. My girl did this. Whatever. So it's going to take work. But that's why I say fake it till you make it, or act as if it is and it'll be. Because through that practice, again, it becomes habitual. And Only reason why we experience the life that we do is because our thoughts and feelings are habitual. We think the same thoughts majority of the time. We feel the same feelings majority of the time. And if we thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same feelings, we're gonna do the same actions, and then that's gonna produce the same thoughts, and that's gonna produce the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. So the only way our life changes is through action. And that might be a little counterintuitive when we talk about peace, because peace is the action of taking no action. But that's probably the most important action there is. Hope that makes sense. Hope you enjoyed the vid, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.